Welcome friends, I'm Mystical. This is a pick a card reading for you. Today's theme is who has your back? Who is supporting you? So this may be a family member or a loved one. It may also be a spirit guide or a guardian angel that's looking over you. We're also going to get an idea of how they're supporting you, a bit about their personality and what they have to give to offer to help you through any challenging times that you may be experiencing, or how they may have helped you in the past previously. So we have 4 piles today. Pile 1 with the clear quartz seer stone. Pile 2 with the aventurine spear. Pile 3 with the lime opal. Pile 4 with the leopard jasper. Please use your intuition to pick a pile. The timestamps will be in the description box and in the comments section. Remember, this is a general reading, so take only that which resonates with you and leave the rest behind. And on that, let's get started with pile number 1. Hello, pile 1 with the lovely clear quartz seer stone. Seeing clearly, having an understanding about why you're here and what you want from life. Moving on, let's get an idea about who has your back, who's supporting you, who's loyal to you, by looking at your cards. Your first card, you have the 7 of Wands. Ooh, you have the Star card, nice. You have the Ace of Swords. Ooh, and you also have the Moon in reverse. You have the 10th house, your achievements and status in the outside world. And you have the star sign of Aries. The energy around you is dynamic and spontaneous. Crusading, impulsive action is likely. Okay. I see for you, pile 1, remember to take what resonates, as this is a general reading, so I'll be as general as possible, but I'm actually picking up on an energy here of a spirit guide or a guardian angel or an angel that's supporting you. Whatever you believe in, I sense that this is a spiritual entity that is here supporting you on your journey through life. It may also be like a loved one or a friend or a family member potentially that is helping you sort of overcome certain challenges that you may have had, that is quite wise or imparts knowledge and wisdom quite freely. But I really just am picking up on a spirit guide, really, that is here to help you overcome like certain belief systems that aren't serving you anymore. With the 7 of Wands here, about really cutting down those people that are trying to take your power. And the Moon in reverse, really indicating like something that's being pushed to the deep subconscious that you're unaware of. I'm sensing that your spirit guide, this spirit guide in particular, is here right now, especially with the Star card, like indicating related to being in the stars of a different realm. They're coming through to give you clarity with the clear quartz crystal too, on how you can overcome any sort of limiting beliefs that aren't serving you, or some sort of like thought pattern potentially that you need to cut free of and be free from, so that you can really go after your biggest dreams and desires, pile 1, like this, the star sign of Aries here, of taking charge, being very impulsive and just living freely, wanting to be the best version of yourself. Interesting. So you have the Ace of Swords here, upright, and the crown chakra too. You've also got the sword here. This is a group that may have strong premonitions sometimes of the future, or I sense that your crown chakra is quite attuned, so you may be very strongly in touch with this spirit guide. You may see signs and synchronicities quite frequently in your external world, trying to sort of guide you on one step of the way through certain challenges that you're having to overcome. Pile 1 is what I'm picking up on. I do also sense that they're encouraging you to go after your biggest dreams and desires, whatever it is that you want to do in terms of your career or what you want to leave this life, your legacy, what you want to achieve. This spirit guide is here sort of giving you epiphanies or downloads of information about how you can actually achieve these goals, knowing that you can embody the energy of Aries and just put yourself first and be very sort of impulsive and aggressive in terms of taking charge of those things that you've always wanted to do. But most definitely, I sense that they're here first to sort of boost your self-esteem so that you can overcome any sort of negative thought patterns that you may have. The Star card also talks about hope and divinity and faith, of putting your hope in something bigger, knowing that if you trust in this guidance, that you can achieve your own dreams and desires. What I am sensing, Pile 1, and once again, please take what resonates, is that this is a group that may have some spiritual gifts or that may want to get into spirituality more. The Moon card can also talk about some gifts or talents that are sort of emerging for you, along with the Star card and the Ace of Swords indicating like claircognizance or having downloads of information. You may want to get into spirituality or to start a job related to spirituality or religion somehow, or at least trying to sort of guide other people through certain challenges, because you may have overcome a lot of challenges in your past. So you have a lot of knowledge and wisdom to impart to help other people sort of achieve what you've managed to achieve in your life. Encouraging people to take charge of their own life and to stand in their own power and to really like do the things that they've always wanted to do. So this guide is not only sort of encouraging you to overcome any sort of belief patterns that aren't serving you, and supporting you and encouraging you that you are very powerful, that you have a lot to offer in this life. But I also sense they're encouraging you to sort of develop certain gifts that you may have, or talents, and that you can actually make a life out of this. This could be a career that you can build if you choose to sort of follow your own dreams and desires. So just keep doing the inner work, Pile 1. I sense there's a lot of work that you've done, but you're being encouraged to continue sort of doing the inner work and developing these skills so that you can actually use it as some sort of career or job so that you can help mentor other people. Nice. Moving on from that, Pile 1, let's get some further messages for you about this spirit guide who's here supporting you on your journey with the Spirit Animal Oracle cards. Lots of air and fire energy here too. You have the Seven of Wands and the Aries card. And you have the Star card related to the star sign of Aquarius. And the Ace of Swords there. So not only, Pile 1, do you have like some insight into something bigger, I sense that you have a strong connection with spirit, with the crown chakra, the crown there, indicating that your crown chakra is quite attuned. But you also have the drive and the ambition to be the most successful or to achieve certain goals. If you choose to overcome anything that's trying to hold you back, this guide is here telling you that you have the drive and the will to actually be successful too. Ooh. Okay. So you had two cards that flew out of the deck just then. The first card is the Beaver Spirit, lay a solid foundation. And you also have the Elephant Spirit, learn from your past. So if you have made some mistakes in the past, Pile 1, and you have a tendency potentially to ruminate on them or to overthink them and to wonder if what your life could be if you'd gone down a different path or hadn't made those mistakes, your guides are here sort of indicating to you that it's time to let go of that and to move on, to to accept that those mistakes can't be changed, but also to learn from them, to take the knowledge and experience that you've gained from those mistakes from the past or something that didn't work out from you, so that you can pave a more solid future for yourself, lay a solid foundation by employing the knowledge of those mistakes or those issues from the past that didn't work. I think that you can learn from them and take a different path. So your guides are encouraging you not only to change your beliefs and to start sort of developing your skills so that you can help guide others, but there's things that you may have done in the past that didn't work out. You may have had some habits or potentially some addictions or something that you've overcome, or there may have just been a mistake in a career that didn't work for you or something like that. So they're guiding you here to trust in this insight and to be able to learn from it, but knowing full well that if you choose to follow your own dreams and desires and like learn from those mistakes from your past, then you can be very successful in this lifetime. This is also a very highly intellectual group too. So you have the Ace of Swords here, indicating the ability to have sudden inspiration or epiphanies and understanding of what's going on. The Elephant Spirit also, to me, is like very intelligent and has an extremely amazing like memory, doesn't forget a face. Elephants learn from their past and follow their instincts by sort of not making the same mistakes also. And with this strong connection with spirit, with the Star card here and the Ace of Swords, with your crown being quite attuned, if you trust in this and continue to do the work, then you can do whatever you want in this life, Pile 1. So these guides are here supporting you and encouraging you to think big and to learn from those mistakes that didn't serve you in the past, so that you can actually like develop the life that you want on a more solid foundation, a more successful platform. Beautiful. Moving on from that, Pile 1, let's get some further insight from the common. Let's get some further insight for you from the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. Spirit, can we get some further messages from Pile 1's Spirit Guide for Pile 1, please? What does their Spirit Guide want them to know? Any further messages or insight, please? Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay. So your first card is the Knight of Cups in reverse. You may have been hurt by somebody in the past. You may have been burned in a relationship too, which I sense possibly has dulled your self-esteem, or that you've been sort of ruminating on, wondering why a relationship didn't work out, or something that, it may not necessarily be a relationship, it may be something that you thought would bring you joy and passion, just didn't pan out the way you had anticipated, and so you've held on to the pain of that by overthinking about how it could have been better or what you could have done. And your guides are just saying, that's okay. It's time to move on from that pain, that we all make mistakes, but try to learn from those mistakes. You had the Queen of Cups, beautiful. So you have the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups, so there's a progression there. You also had the Four of Pentacles. And you have the Seven of Pentacles upright. So what I see from that, Pile 1, is that you are starting to slowly learn from the mistakes of your past. I am seeing that most definitely. You're overcoming that heartache or pain of letting go of those ruminating thoughts that are keeping you small or not allowing you to move on in life. You're starting to let go of that pain, and you're coming into a place of like being free from the burdens of the past, with the Four of Pentacles here indicating that you're letting go of the attachments. So it could be related to many things. It may have been a relationship that didn't work out. It may have been sort of some coping mechanisms or addictions that you've potentially had. It may have been ruminating thoughts or negative thoughts based on some challenges or experiences that didn't work out well in your past. But I see that you've done a lot of inner work, and you're coming into a place of being more emotionally balanced, of being free of the burdens of your past now. And you're starting to see the rewards for it in your external world, pile 1. But also I'm just seeing that if you actually dedicate your life to like helping others, of being of service, you can make a career out of the experiences that you've had by guiding other people through their own challenges. There's a lot of experience that you've gained from those demons of your past. You're a lot wiser and more confident in who you are now, and you have a lot of wisdom to impart to help guide other people on their own journey. So this is something that can actually serve you as a career, a solid foundation for your future. Just continue to trust in the messages from this spirit guide that's coming in, supporting you and guiding you to continue to do the work. And amazing things will come. That's all I have for you, pile 1. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also, if you think that this reading or this message may be of benefit to a friend or a family member or something like that, please feel free to share this video on. I hope you have a beautiful day. And let's move on to pile 2. Welcome, pile 2, with the lovely Aventurine Spear or Tower. Let's find out for you who's here, who has your back, who's supporting you, by looking at your cards, your tarot cards. You have the 9 of Swords. Ah, you have the Hanged Man. You have the Ace of Cups in reverse. You have the 10 of Coins. Lovely. You have the card of Neptune. Your fantasies, yearnings, longings, and potential for illusion. And you have Mercury. Okay, 2 planets. How you think, communicate, write, talk, and travel. Okay. So pile 2. I sense that you need to sort of change your mindset a little bit about some experiences that you may have had in your past, or what you're going through right now. And what I am sensing is that either you have, and please take what resonates, remember this is a general reading, so certain aspects will resonate with different people, that you either have a spirit guide also, like pile 1, that's coming in to help you change your mindset and to see things from a different perspective with the Hangman there. Or you have like a loved one or a mentor, somebody that I sense you look up to, that has always had your back and that you turn to in need of guidance and support sometimes, that is also trying to change your mindset a little bit. Because what I see is somebody, you may have had a lot of grief and heartache in your past with the 9 of Swords. Strong anxiety, potentially. So some things in your past may be resurfacing right now that you are remembering or dealing with. But they're essentially what's happening here is that you're being guided to start to see those experiences differently. Along with the Ace of Cups, which is the card for me of self-love, of strong intuition also. But this is about you like trying to change your mindset and to actually see the blessings of certain things that may have happened in the past. So if you've had potentially like a love relationship that didn't work out, or you may have taken a chance on a business, starting your own business or something like that, and it fell apart, or even in your upbringing as a teenager, you may have been bullied or had some hardships potentially. Your guide, I'm going to call them your guide, whether it be your spirit guide or a mentor or a loved one, I'm just going to call them your guide. Your guide is here encouraging you to start to see what you've learned from those experiences, what blessings have come out of it. The Hanged Man is a card associated with of being forced, essentially, in life to stop and to reassess the path that you're going down, so that you can either like start to see the experiences of your past a little bit more differently, or to start to take stock on a new direction that you want to go down. Essentially, it's not quite as bad as the Tower where your whole world crumbles down around you, but it's kind of a period in life where where things just aren't sort of like rushing ahead. It's a bit of a stagnant stage where you're kind of forced to go internally and to start to like look at things more differently and to ask the bigger questions of yourself, like who you are, what you want in life, what you have to give other people. But this is mostly about you changing your mindset about experiences of your past and starting to see the benefits of them. So what did you learn from the hardships of your past, pile 2? If you're in a relationship that failed, what did you learn from that partner? How have you changed or grown from that relationship that failed, potentially? If there were things that your partner maybe didn't like about you, did you ask yourself, well, do I like that part of me? Is that a problem? Do I need to change that? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Maybe that was their issue and they needed to deal with it. But this is a period where you've been like asking the bigger questions of yourself, and you're starting to like, I guess, have a deeper understanding about what you've learned from those experiences. So for example, also, if you were trying to create your own business and it failed, you've learned like what works in business and what doesn't, potentially. You know not to make certain mistakes again. And that's a blessing. If you're in a relationship that fell apart, you may have learned what kind of characteristics about a person you want as a soulmate, the type of person that you want to go after. So you're starting to see, or you're being called to see like the blessings of experiences in your past that may have caused you a lot of pain or anxiety or heartbreak. Your spirit guide or your mentor, your guide, is here trying to encourage you to change your mindset and to see what you've learned from that, how you can like adopt those lessons in your life and start to embrace your future, having learned from those experiences. Interesting that the Neptune card also falls under the Hanged Man card, which is, the Hanged Man represents the star sign of Pisces in tarot, along with the moon also in the High Priestess. But Neptune rules the star sign of Pisces, so potentially you have I am picking up on a group that may turn to external sources to try and like cope through certain challenges or pains or suffering. You may have certain addictions or certain coping mechanisms, let's say, that you turn to try and forget about or to dull the pain of those experiences from your past. I also am picking up on a group that may have some really like lofty desires about what they want to achieve in life. But I sense that you feel that in your past you haven't been able to achieve them, or that it may just be a fantasy. But what I am also seeing for you, pile 2, with Mercury here, which is the planet associated with communication and how you think, underneath the cards associated with self-love. What you have here, pile 2, is also similar to pile 1. You have the ability to like turn your life around with the Hangman and take a new direction of actually like not only just learning from the experiences from your past, but actually using it as like a solid foundation for a new career. You may want to be a mentor to other people, potentially through counseling, or being a social worker or something like that, or a career counselor or a romance counselor or something like that. Or even it's just like helping impart knowledge and wisdom from your own experiences to people that you see going through similar challenges. This is something that you can turn into a career path, or at least sort of dabble in part-time to help guide other people, because you have the ability to like communicate quite sort of deeply and emotionally what you've been through. I sense that you have a strong sense of empathy also, because going through the darkness, pile 2, you've sort of opened yourself up to a much more vast and deep like emotional state, and you have the ability to like really empathize quite deeply with other people that may be suffering or going through similar experiences that you've been through. So not only are your guides here supporting you and mentoring you through these challenges, trying to change your mindset and to see the blessings of the experiences that you've had from your past, pile 2, but also they're encouraging you to maybe use that experience and this the gifts that you've been given in life, the ability to communicate well, and also to feel quite intensely certain emotions to help guide other people through their own challenges. Nice. It's all about you, like, just actively trying to see the blessings associated with the pain that you've experienced, pile 2. You've also got the green aventurine related to the heart chakra of your emotions of self-love. So most definitely you're also being called to be kind and nurturing and compassionate to yourself right now. That doing the inner work is quite challenging, so take some time to do the things that bring you joy to sort of balance out those painful periods and experiences that you're going through. Moving on from that, pile 2, let's get some further messages and insight from the Animal Spirit Oracle deck. So just remembering, this may be like a spirit guide that I sense is coming through quite strongly this period to help you see the blessings of your past. Or it may actually be someone that you love or that you see as a mentor that you've always turned to in times of like challenge or heartbreak, potentially, pile 2. Whatever resonates with you. I am also sensing, this is another message that I'm getting, so remember to take what resonates, but potentially you've been single for a while, also, pile 2, with the Ace of Cups there, which is the card of love and romance, in reverse, along with the roses on the Hanged Man. You've been in a bit of a stagnant phase, potentially romantically, so not only are you overcoming the challenges of experiences of your past, but you may feel lonely, potentially. And so I sense your guides are trying to teach you that right now, you only need yourself to be happy, that you don't need people from your external world and the external world to make you happy, that you can be happy right now if you choose to. And I find myself that when you change your mindset and start to like love yourself for who you are, and regardless of the experiences that you've had, then that's when you start to radiate more positive energy and you sort of draw people into you. So they're encouraging you to like undertake practices of self-love right now also, so that if you do want to meet someone, your soulmate, when you're vibing high and just happy with who you are, knowing full well that you have the ability to overcome any challenge in life, then that's when you'll like be more receptive to drawing love your way. Okay. So your 2 cards, pile 2. The first card is the Mouse Spirit, Tend to the Small Things. And you also have the Squirrel Spirit, interesting, Believe in Yourself. Right, so those 2 messages to me indicate a similar message of overcoming any doubt or feelings of self-worth, starting to turn your mindset around and actually see the blessings of the experiences that may have really hurt you in the past and that have kept you small. To continue to do the inner work, to spend time doing activities that bring you joy, those self-love activities that make you feel more alive and happy with who you are. But also to continue to see, to actively think about what benefits you've got from any experience in your past that may have been excruciatingly painful. But believe in yourself too. You have the ability to really help other people when you start to show other people that you can turn your life around by slowly starting to address certain challenges and changing things that aren't working for you. One step at a time. Moving on from that, pile 2, let's get some further messages and insight for you from the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. Spirit, can you please provide some further messages for pile 2? What are they learning in this life? What else do they need to address? Any other messages from their spirit guide or from the mentor? Ooh. Ooh, okay. All right, so I'm just going to go with the two cards that have come out. The first one that has flipped over is the Judgment in reverse. Your next card is the Ten of Wands, right? So this is going to be a bit of a strong message for you, pile 2. What I am seeing is a group that is being called to serve or to surrender certain patterns or thought patterns, potentially certain coping mechanisms with the planet of Neptune here associated with drugs and alcohol or illusions. I sense that you've known for a while, potentially, pile 2, that there's things that you need to release from your life that will allow you to be more free and to love yourself, potentially. It's through overcoming challenges that we start to be more happy. Happiness isn't the absence of challenges. It's through overcoming our own burdens and starting to see that we have the strength to overcome any challenge in our life. That is what brings us happiness in life. So I sense for you, pile 2, that you've known for a while there's things that aren't serving you. It may be certain habits or addictions that you have, or it could just be potentially some negative sort of thought patterns here with the 10 of Wands and the 9 of Swords, both sort of indicating negative beliefs or negative thought patterns that are holding you down and making you feel quite anxious or stuck in life with the Hanged Man card here. And you've been sort of avoiding doing the hard work, or you may have only put your foot in halfway in terms of actually addressing these issues. But you are definitely being called to free yourself of those things that just are keeping you held back in life right now. To believe that you have the ability to overcome these challenges or to let go of those things that are not meant to be in your future. They were never meant to be part of your future, pile 2. And as hard as that is to do, I know, I too have had to overcome a lot of personal battles and certain addictions that I've had in my past. And I'm still working on it. I'm not 100% there. There's still things that I need to let go of. But the more work that you do and the more that you sort of release yourself from those attachments, the better life gets, essentially. The more free you feel in life. But also you feel more self-empowered, you have the ability to overcome any challenge. So this is all about you learning that your life can be free of burdens and of pain if you choose to overcome and address the things that have been holding you back, pile 2. Now is the time to take stock of those things that aren't working for you. You've been in a state of pause or stagnation because you're bound by these attachments, essentially, these restrictions. It will take some time. Tend to the small things, one step at a time. But you have the ability to change your life for the better and then to help guide others going through certain challenges or addictions or negative patterns by imparting your wisdom. This is a life path for you, pile 2. This is something that you've been called to do. The Judgment card is a higher calling, being called to be of service to the universe or humanity somehow. You have the power within you. Believe in yourself, pile 2. That's all I have for you. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also, if you found that this reading was quite beneficial or was quite insightful and it may help other people, please share it on to those people that you feel may benefit from this reading. I wish you all the best, and let's move on to pile 3. Hello, pile 3 with the lovely lime opal stone. Let's find out who has your back, who's supporting you, by looking at your cards. Your tarot cards. You have the Knave of Coins, which is represented by the Page of Pentacles in the Standard Tarot. You have the Seven of Swords. You have the Two of Coins in reverse. You also have Justice. Nice. Interesting. So this, you have here the scales in Justice, represented by Libra, star sign of Libra. And you also have the scales here in reverse in the Two of Coins. So I sense this person may have a strong sense of what's right and wrong, or they really have some strong values, a very strong sort of belief system that they stick to. They may be associated with the law somehow, or just like to be an activist and stand up for their beliefs. I sense that this person is also very loving. Potentially it could be like your lover, or somebody that you met at a younger age and had a relationship with. But what I am picking up on generally is that with the Page of Coins here, I'm really picking up on someone that may be a sibling, that may be like a close family member, possibly a cousin, or a friend that you've had for a long time, since your childhood. Remembering that the Knave of Coins is represented by the Page of Coins, indicating like young energy, youthful, sort of playful energy is what I'm getting. But this is somebody that has blossomed into somebody that has really strong values and doesn't let people push them around. And also I see they don't let people push you around, pile 3. So they have the sword here, along with the sword in the Seven of Swords here. And you can see all of these other swords that are trying to attack, that were trying to attack you. Really protecting you from any sort of negative energy, or from anybody that might be trying to cut you down. This person won't have a bar of it. I sense that they're very sharp-witted also, that they can cut through or cut down people very quickly. So this person is extremely loyal to you, pile 3, and I sense that you've known them since that you were quite young, from an early age in your childhood. So I'm really am picking up on an energy of a sibling that you may have. It may be male or female. I sense that this card is a representation of you, but I am sensing somebody that might even be a twin, potentially, with the scales here with Justice. This person might be your identical twin, or a sibling that you have from a young age. So you've known them for a very long time, and they're extremely loyal to you. They won't let anybody bring you down, pile 3. They have a very strong personality and really stand up for their own beliefs, but also are very protective and nurturing of you, because I sense that you may be quite sort of sensitive, pile 3. I'm getting a very sensitive individual, and not so much in the sense that you're shy or that you don't put yourself out there, but I sense that you have a sort of innocent energy associated with you, pile 3. People see you as very sort of lighthearted and innocent. So this person is really coming in strong to sort of look after you, to make sure that like nobody takes advantage of you, or that nobody brings you down, pile 3. So yeah, really beautiful energy, strong sort of, I just sense strong sort of feminine energy of nurturing, but in that very protective, like almost strong defensive type energy. If you've had some sort of like legal battles in the past, possibly pile 3, or potentially you've sought help for just signing contracts and getting an idea about what's right or wrong for you, and you needed some help and some guidance from somebody, I sense this is the person that you turn to for like career advice, or for making like those major sort of life changes. This person is very, very, very close to your heart too, and that you trust very dearly, and know that they have some really like sage advice that you really like heed and listen to, pile 3. But most definitely someone that just will not let anybody bring you down or say a bad word against you. Take what resonates, pile 3, but this could be your partner potentially, with Justice ruling the 7th house of like partnerships. It may be somebody that you met at a young age, like a childhood sweetheart, or somebody that you met at high school that potentially is now your long-term partner, or somebody that you've met through some sort of challenge that you've had to overcome. Potentially it was like in an activist group, or you've met through some sort of counseling group or something like that. But as I said, that will only resonate with some of you, pile 3, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. But moving on, you also have the star sign of Sagittarius. This energy imbues power, superior confidence and enthusiasm with faith, good fortune and authority. There you go. And you have the 7th house. Now that's interesting. This area of your life is about long-term significant partners, romantic, business or family. Okay. So touching on that, it's nice that the 7th house is falling under the Justice card with the scales in both of these cards, the 2 of Pentacles and Justice. Someone that has a strong sense of their own morals and what's right and wrong. Yin and yang here too, you can see in the picture here. So this person may be your soulmate that you've met at a young age or through some sort of challenging period of your life. But it does also mention family here. It may just be a sibling is what I'm really picking up on. Somebody that you've known since you were very, very young, or a very close friend anyway, that's sort of gone through all the ebbs and flows and ups and downs of youth and being a teenager and the turmoil associated with like growing up, essentially. But with Sagittarius here, this energy imbues power, superior confidence. I really just am seeing somebody that really stands up for what they believe in and doesn't mind like cutting somebody else down to size if they happen to attack you in some way or to attack their own values and their own beliefs. This person like has a strong sense of their own beliefs and what they want from life, and I sense they're also trying to encourage you to stand in your power and to be a bit more sort of like free-loving and going after your own dreams and desires, sort of not allowing other people to tell you what you can and can't achieve in this life. So not only do they have your back in terms of like supporting you when other people may be sort of trying to cut you down to size, but this is somebody that's also trying to lift you up, pile 3, that really wants to see you shine and to experience all that you desire in this world. They may have had a strong influence potentially on your own belief systems or what's important to you in life. So they may have influenced you in terms of imparting wisdom from experiences that they've been through. Or even potentially, pile 3, it could be just through the way that they express themselves and the way they live that is very inspiring to you, and you want to sort of like follow in their footsteps and sort of try and, I guess, mimic to some degree the way that they live life, basically. But I do sense that you know that they're always here for you too, with the Justice card here. I also see the spear. It looks similar to the sword here. You know that this person will always support you, and that they're here like long-term through thick and thin, pile 3. And moving on from that, pile 3, let's get some further messages for you from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. Let's get an idea of potentially more about their personality or what they have to offer. How they're trying to inspire you to be the best version of yourself, to stand up for yourself, and to really go for, and to really sort of like live more freely and go after the things you want. With the Knave of Pentacles there, sorry, the Knave of Coins, he or she looks quite androgynous to me, so it's kind of hard to pick up on a certain gender. This person may be someone that identifies as being like non-binary, or might be gay or bisexual, transgender potentially, or someone that just, I really just sense someone that doesn't give a shit about what other people think, so maybe gender isn't that important to them. And I sense it's a quality that you really find quite endearing about them, pile 3. It's just that they have this energy of like not giving a shit about what other people think and just doing what they want. Very, very like confident in their own sort of beliefs and who they are as a person. They stand in their power quite strongly. Okay. So you've got 2 cards here. Your first card is the Hawk Spirit, number 32. Let Spirit be your guide. And you also have the Spider Spirit. I love this card. I think it's really beautiful. I love those colors. Spider Spirit, make your dreams real. Right. So as I was touching on earlier, this is somebody that really wants you to chase your own dreams, that is inspiring you or challenging you to really like create the life of your dreams and do the things that you've always wanted. They're trying to protect you from any sort of naysayers that are saying that you don't have the skills or the ability or even just the strength to actually do the things that you want. Anyone that's sort of saying no to you or trying to like bring you down, this person is really coming through quite strongly and saying, no, don't listen to them. Like, you can do whatever you want. You have the ability to weave your own world here, your own life, to create the life that you want, to follow your dreams. And as I mentioned earlier, let Spirit be your guide. This is someone that you follow that does inspire you. They inspire you to be the best version of yourself by just doing the things that they want and living their life very free, standing in their power and not giving a shit about other people's thoughts or what other people say to them. I sense that you really look up to them too, pile 3. You see them as like this, you may even put them on a bit of a pedestal to some degree. Like, you really see them as like a shining light, somebody that is going to achieve a lot in life. And but they really want that from you too, and they believe in you so much, pile 3. So it's about you believing in yourself too, that you have the ability to do these things. If this person can do it, then so can you. And I sense that is starting to rub off on you. You're gaining that confidence to really create the life that you've always desired, pile 3. Finally, let's get some further messages from the Common Rider-Waite Tarot deck. What messages do they have for you for your future, pile 3? What guidance do they want to impart for you? Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay. Look at that. The first card that came out is quite amazing. It's the Page of Pentacles, which is the same as the Knave of Coins there. Ooh. Okay. Wow, they have a lot of wisdom and knowledge for you, pile 3. The cards were just flying out. So you have the Page of Pentacles. You also have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I really sense that this is who you are too. So this person could be your twin or your sibling, definitely. You've got 2 Page of Pentacles here. That could indicate that that's a representation of when you met them, but it's also an indication of like who you are on your journey. You are the Page of Pentacles also at this point in time, but you're really like working towards becoming the Queen of Pentacles, turning the Queen of Pentacles upright, and learning to really empower yourself to live the life that you've always wanted. So there's lots of yellow here in all of these cards. You also have here the 4 of Swords. Lots of yellow related to the solar plexus chakra of knowing who you are and being confident and standing in your own power, living the life that you've always wanted. This person is encouraging you to keep working on yourself, but keep sort of like progressively like chasing your dreams and working hard for the things that you've always wanted in life, so that you can become the Queen of Pentacles that has everything that she's always wanted and has the ability to then impart skills and knowledge onto other people, and to be a mentor also for those people that are coming through that may need your wisdom too, pile 3. But finally, you also have the 4 of Swords here, which is a card indicating like the need to have some rest after a challenging or trialing period. But it's also a card of meditation and contemplation, like reflecting on the things that you've been through the past. So I sense that they're asking you to maybe just think about what it is that you want from life. They're trying to guide you to really like not think small and to think big, and to start sort of like taking those steps to achieving your biggest dreams and desires. Knowing full well that it takes time to really grow and blossom into the person that you want to be, pile 3, but you're definitely on the journey. Knowing full well that this person is here supporting you all the way and that they won't let anyone bring you down. That's all I have for you, Pile 3. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you felt that this was helpful too, I'd love it if you could please pass it on to, or share it with some friends or family members that may get some like inspiration or some guidance from this message. Have a lovely day, and let's move on to Pile 4. Hello, Pile 4 with the lovely Leopard Jasper. I love this stone. Let's find out who has your back, who's loyal to you, who's protecting you, by looking at your cards, your tarot cards. You have the Seven of Cups in reverse. Oh, you have the Empress card. Nice. Ooh, you also have Strength. Lovely. And you have the Hierophant. So that's 3 major arcana. Wow. You've learned a lot from this person, Pile 4. This person has been a mentor to you, for sure. And your planet cards, you have Chiron, the wounded healer. Your healing power, empathy, and ability to teach and learn remedies. And you have the 9th house, broadening your horizons, either spiritually, academically, or on a long journey. Okay. Wow. So this is a mentor for you, most definitely. But what I am really seeing, actually, Pile 4, is this is potentially your parents, your mother, your father, potentially both. It may be one or the other. You've got the Empress here, which is indicating a real strong motherly figure that's very strong, independent, courageous. You also have the Hierophant, which could be representative of your father, potentially, or a father figure. But someone that has like imparted like values and discipline. I sense that you really look up to this person or both people. Pile 4. I'm really just picking up on parents, your mother and father, one or the other potentially. But what you've learned from them, Pile 4, is they have encouraged you with the Strength card. They've really encouraged you to not hold back on whatever it is that you want from life. These people, it may also be a mentor that you have, also somebody that you look up to. I'm sensing somebody that's older than you, that's very loving, nurturing, that just encourages you to not think small and to really go after your biggest dreams and desires. So you've got the 9th house here of like expansion, of growth, of new experiences, and experiencing the world, and really learning who you are through your experiences, and starting to develop your own values and belief systems based on what you've experienced in life. So they're really, with the Empress card here, sort of looking down at the 9th house, along with the Hierophant, both cards looking down towards the 9th house card here. They're encouraging you with the Strength card here to really be the best version of yourself, to not think small and to not be limited by belief systems that won't allow you to do whatever you want, or to be the most authentic and explorative person that you've always wanted to be, basically. So your parents, I'm really sensing it's your parents have encouraged you at a young age to that you can achieve anything. They've encouraged you, or set like a belief system that you have the ability to be able to change the world if you want to, Pile 4. So you really like admire these people, your parents, or that mentor that helped raise you and instill this sense of freedom and exploration within you. You also have here Chiron under the Empress card, and the 7 of Cups, really indicating like self-awareness and self-alignment. They're also highly sort of compassionate and loving, very empathetic. Not only have they allowed you to believe that you can achieve anything and to not think small, and that you have the ability to do whatever you want, and have given you the strength, the self-belief to actually take action on those things that you've always wanted to do. But they're also entirely compassionate and empathetic, and they've instilled in you a sense of wariness of other people, of being giving to other people, being compassionate to other people, trying to encourage other people, that they can also be free from the burdens of like their limiting self-beliefs or the burdens of the day-to-day grind. In a way, if they really want to, they're encouraging you to impart your wisdom and your knowledge to other people. So there's so much that you've adopted from your parents and from this mentor of Pile 4 that has really sort of molded the person that you are today, which is very empathetic, that wants other people to be free of those thoughts that hold them back or that keep them small, because you've learned, or you truly believe, that you have the ability to do anything in life. And you truly believe that you can do whatever you want here. The Seven of Cups also indicates choices, of having many, many choices, going down different paths or different directions. There's so much that you can do. And you're not sort of frightened by that at all. Pile 5, you want to do it all here with the 9th house. Wow, this is really beautiful, Pile 4. Moving on, let's get some further insight about who these people are, or what they're trying to encourage you to be, from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. So you've also got 3 major arcana here, indicating that they've taught you so many life lessons. They've encouraged you to experience as much as you can at a very young age. You may have done a lot of traveling in your past, I'm picking up on, but most definitely also spend a lot of time in nature, with the Chiron card there and the Empress, indicating like they may encourage you to spend a lot of time in nature. You may have gone to the beach or out into the country a lot when you were younger, to take trips away from your home base, just so you can refresh and get some time away from the daily grind, I see. You may have had, remember to take what resonates, Pile 4, and leave the rest, because this is a general reading. But you may have had some sort of like health issues when you were young, I'm picking up on, and you had a mother that was very, very like nurturing and always there for you when you were going through these health issues. They've always thought that you can overcome any challenge and really like be whoever you want to be. They've always sort of instilled that belief within you. Okay. So your 2 cards, nice. Okay, so you had the Canary Spirit, number 12. Sing your own song, which is exactly the sentiment of what I'm trying to convey in this message. They've always like allowed you to instill that belief within you that you have the ability to like live life the way you want, not bound or restricted by other people's beliefs or by the paradigms that are sort of like imparted on us at a very young age. And you also have the Koala Spirit. Spirit has a plan, right? And what I'm getting from that message there is that I am picking up on a group that potentially their parents may have been quite religious when you were younger. You may have gone to church a lot, or at least they sort of instilled in you this belief that there's something bigger than just us, that we're just one part of a expansive, infinite universe. That so you've got a sort of strong belief in either spirituality or religion, I'm picking up on, Pile 4, and that has a massive influence on your day-to-day values and the way you live your life. The 9th house can also speak of like, I guess, higher learning and spirituality too. So I just see a person that is very, very free-spirited, that doesn't want to be held down by any sort of restrictions, and that wants to live life the way they want. Sing your own song. Potentially you have a very sort of musical voice, or there's something about your voice. You want to share your experiences with the world. Pile 4 and your parents are really encouraging you to put yourself out there too. Not only in terms of like wanting to experience whatever you want to experience in life and to do whatever you want, but they're also really empowering you to like share your gifts with other people, that you can achieve anything and do whatever you want in this life. So if you do have some sort of creative talent, I sense that you're already aware of it and you started sort of sharing that with other people. But your parents are there all the way on your journey, sort of or this mentor, I should say, also is here supporting you and really encouraging you to go big and to put yourself out there, to be the person you've always wanted to be. Lovely. Finally, let's get a close-up message. We'll see if there's any other messages for you, pile 4, from the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. Ooh, right. Oh, wow. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, beautiful. So you've got the Empress twice. What a lovely synchronicity. And always an indication, a nice synchronicity, but always an indication that you need to pay attention to a certain message that I really am just sensing that it's a mother figure potentially, or your parents, but somebody that's highly sort of compassionate and nurturing, that is quite encouraging and has nurtured you to do whatever you want, or to put yourself out there, to not be afraid of taking a chance in life, of risking it all to be as successful as you want to be, knowing full well that you have the inspiration and the luck and fortitude behind you to achieve your biggest, loftiest dreams in this life, pile 4. This mentor, this mother figure, your parents are here all the way encouraging you to follow your inspiration and to follow your dreams, because you're meant to be successful, taking a chance in life and exploring all that this life has to offer. This is a magical reading. You were supposed to do something really amazing in this life, pile 4. And it's all because your parents or this mentor instilled in you the belief that life can be whatever you want it to be. Knowing full well that if you trust in something bigger, the world is your oyster. That's all I have for you, pile 4. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you found this reading helpful, or you think it may be beneficial to a friend or somebody else that you know, please share it on. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.